Welcome back, all my Minecrafting friends. This is the Day 1 player update for the September 2014 Minecraft Hardcore Challenge, the Lorax Challenge. And as you can see, I am in 1.8 now, so let's see how different the world looks in 1.8. Oh, there's a lot of people are playing this month. We have 11 teams plus 30 solo players. So that is a lot of videos. But let's start right off with Friar Nurgle. Friar Nurgle went straight to the mine shaft, rather than going over and getting mushrooms like some people did. It was about 50-50, I think, of people that went to get the mushrooms and people that went, I think that horse is dying. Yep. So you can see the 1.8 world doesn't look that much different than the 1.710 world. One player actually played his episode. He recorded his episode today, so he recorded it in 1.8 and went over to the coordinates, and the ravine was there, and the mine shaft, the abandoned mine was there. So he's playing it the same as the rest of us, but there was some minor differences. Like, let me move over there and I will show you the differences. More horses for one thing. So anyway, we were talking about Friar Nurgle, right? He went straight to the mine shaft, as did a lot of other people. Did the usual stuff, punching planks and gathering resources. He made a wheat farm. So, see here we have the same old lake. He made a wheat farm, and then he did some exploring. Okay, so he did explore some of the mine shaft. So there are some terrain differences here with 1.8. It's like this. There's a river coming off of here that wasn't here in the 1.710. But the ravine is still here. So the bank is a little different. Whoa. So anyway, next we have Cyan 93. Cyan 93 went for the mushrooms first. Got some mushrooms, then he went for the mine shaft and collected resources including coal, string, iron, and then he spent the evening exploring the mine shaft. Next we have Ollie Likes Minecraft, and thanks again, Ollie, for letting us use your name for the seed. He went straight for the mine shaft. He collected seeds on the way, as a lot of people did. Collected a lot of planks, quite a bit of coal, but he has no food. So he's not doing so good food-wise. Next we have Combat Dude. Combat Dude went to the mushrooms, but only collected a handful. Not as much as most people. Kind of like 3 of one, 2 of the other, or something. Just not very many. Then he went to the mine shaft. Collected coal, collected fencing, collected string, collected iron, and he has a pet chicken. I forget the name of the chicken, but yes, he has a chicken living with him. Okay, next we have one of the teams, the Baker Bell team. There are 6 players in the Baker Bell team. I expect that number to be thinned out in the next couple of episodes, though. Oh, look, there's some different ores, I think. Some different materials. There are different kind of stones. That's interesting. So, yeah, the Baker Bell team went and got mushrooms first. Came to the mine shaft, did the usual stuff, collecting materials. Made fishing poles and went fishing. So they did. They've got fish. They made a big farm. Their farm is like 9 by 9, maybe 81 blocks of wheat, just about. And in fishing, they got a magic book. It's a really good magic book too. It's like protection, skeleton protection 4 or something, and something else really good. But it was an awesome book. Okay, and seeing as they're a team of 6, they should have no trouble getting enough iron to use that book too. Next we have Lanio. Lanio went straight to the mine shaft. He collected planks, a lot of planks, and coal. Of course, everybody collected mostly the same things, but if I mention that someone collected a certain thing, usually that means that they collected more than the average. So yeah, he got a lot of coal, and he made a wheat farm. So he's on his way to self-sufficiency. Next we have Technoscribe. Now Technoscribe, this is her solo world. She's also in a team. Technoscribe went and got some mushrooms, not a whole lot. Then she came to the mine shaft. She's cooking stone because she wants to make her stone castle out of stone blocks or stone bricks or blocks. I don't know, something like that, which is cool. It's up to you. You can make your stone castle out of any kind of stone you want. It can be cobblestone, it can be blocks, it can be bricks, it can be, I don't know, these new kind of ores that are coming out in 1.8. It can be whatever kind of stone you want. Okay. And she collected a lot of coal. And next we have 1 Mini E. 1 Mini E found something really interesting. First off, she went to get some mushrooms, and then she went to the mine shaft, and she was hearing spider sounds, and she was doing some mining, and she found a spider dungeon with a chest in it. Well, she didn't open the chest yet, so we don't know what's in it. And she got some boots. She either got the boots fishing, or she got them from a mob drop. Can't remember which, but she has boots now. Next we have the team of Technoscribe, Mom of Minecraft, and Mike Deadmond, also known as Frank and Ernest. But I call him Mike Deadmond because that's the name of his YouTube channel. So if people see this and they're going to try to find him, Mike Deadmond is what they're going to have any luck of finding. So they went to the mushrooms first, got some mushrooms, then they went to the mine shaft and did the usual stuff that everyone else is doing. This chicken is just staring at me, huh? He's just going to stare at me the whole time? As if I don't move, he doesn't move. Is that it? Oh, I'm holding seeds. No wonder he's staring at me. Alright. What's this guy got over here? There's something back there. Oh, an egg. Alright. Okay, chicken. Down you go. You too. Let's see. Whoa. Ah. Well, took a little bit of damage there. What's going on here? I'm gonna drown too if I don't. Oh, and this guy's stuck over there. And he's gonna burn up, isn't he? Ha ha ha. He's got an egg. Coming to get me? I'll just go back this way. Hang out back here for a while. Okay. So, we were talking about the Technoscribe team. Yeah, they just collected resources. They all survived. Next we have single player Draydon. Draydon went directly to the mine shaft. He collected quite a bit of iron, and he did some exploring. So he, you know, running up and down these tunnels to see what he could find. 'Cause that's where you're gonna find the chest with the seeds, the melon seeds. Next we have Outfoxed. That's Outfxd. Outfoxed collected reeds. That's like sugarcane up on the surface before he came down. I wish I'd have done that, but I guess I can do it once I get back up there. He came to the mine shaft, collected resources, did usual stuff, ran into some problems toward the end. He's down to 2 hearts and he has no food and he's not regenerating. So Outfoxed is having a rough time. We'll see if he can survive another episode. Next we have the team of Secret Agent Maya and .83. Is this stuff kind of loud? Let me get away from this water. I think this water's making too much noise. Just go over here. I can still hear it. What is with that? There we go. Let's see. If something jumps off, we should be okay for the night. Yes. Secret Agent Maya and .83. They went directly to the mine shaft. No detours. They made a farm, but their farm has got a problem. They planted the farm underneath one of these bridges, and there's not enough room for, I think one block is growing and the other 3 are not growing. It's not a very big farm anyway, but there's not enough room for the wheat to grow. There's only one open space, so it needs more clearance above it before the wheat's gonna grow. Okay, next we have the single player Travis Plays Minecraft. Travis made a large farm and he did fishing, so he's doing really good for he's doing really good for yeah, he sees me, for food wise. Okay, next we have Scody Garbitas. Scotty Garbitas is having a really rough time on day one. You should check out his channel. It'll be a miracle if he survives the first 5 minutes of day 2. He went to the mine shaft, collected resources, did that kind of stuff, went back up on the surface at night, and decided to see if he could find some zombies to kill so that he could get some food. But anyway, he had a few problems. He built a little tower. He built a little tower, and then he got knocked off of it, and he got into some fights, and then he dug a hole and cornered himself in there, and he's down to half of a heart. He's got no food, and he's not regenning, and there's a creeper and a zombie and a skeleton and a spider all outside of his little Scotty hole waiting for him to come out at first light. So we're all rooting for you, Scotty. I don't know how you're going to survive this one. Next we have Nathan Pelton, aka Basket MC. Nathan went directly to the mine shaft. He got very much iron. Yes, he's loaded with iron. He got a lot of coal, but he has no food. So he was thinking of trying to eat the iron, but I don't think that's going to work. I don't think he was serious either when he said that, but yeah, he needs to, he says he hates fishing though, so maybe he will just live off of zombie flesh until he finds the chest with the melon seeds. Or he could use bones on a wheat farm and just do instant bread, with bones and wheat seeds. So next we have the team of Talbotron and his compatriots Voodoo Beard and Amy Chatters. And welcome, Amy Chatters. They said this was your first try at MHC, so welcome to the game. So Talbotron, Voodoo Beard, and Amy Chatters stopped off and picked up mushrooms on the way to the mine shaft. Then they went to the mine shaft. They got 23 iron, which is almost enough for a full set of armor. It takes 24 for a full set of armor. They got 23. So they're doing okay on resources. Next we have the team of Haven Hexed. Haven Hexed has got 3 people in their team. I failed to write down the names of them though, so I guess it would be Haven and 2 others. They went directly to the mine shaft right off, and they collected resources and built a small farm. So 3 players, small farm, probably not going to be enough to sustain them. Okay, next we have the team of Derp Guru and Derp Guru and some kid. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, Derp and Kid, and they went and collected mushrooms. There's a zombie down there who is going to be in bad shape when the sun comes up. Yes, they collected mushrooms, then they came to the mine shaft, and then they found the dirt room, the large dirt room that's like over that way. And they didn't do anything with it though. I think they put torches on it or something. And Dirt Guru is playing really carefully, really cautiously, trying to keep the kid from dying by doing something foolhardy or silly or risky. So, she's got her. I'm really amazed that parents would play this with children. Because that's got to be. It's hard enough to keep yourself alive, but when you're responsible for someone else, that really makes it difficult. Next we have the team of Psycho SFK and Crazy Kinsey. Another team of father and daughter. Not that there Brew is a father-daughter team, but it's a parent-child team. Okay, they went to the mine shaft. They collected enough iron to make chest plates for each of them. And they found the cave spider spawner. They didn't get too close to it. They just saw it. It's down that way, I think. Or back that way, or somewhere. Anyway, they found it. Next we have the single player Holdabot. Holdabot went straight to the mine shaft. After he collected some resources, he decided to go fishing. And he got himself a magic fishing pole. I've always wanted a magic fishing pole. I never got a magic fishing pole, but I keep trying. Okay, dude. How come the zombie's not burning? The skeleton's burning. Oh, there he goes. Oh, well. Food. Except there's a skeleton down there. Okay. Let's see. Next we have the single player Nestflow. Nestflow is recording his episode in German. So if you're a German speaking person, you might be interested in checking out his channel. He went directly to the mine shaft. After collecting resources, he built a farm, and then he decided to do some mining. I think he's mining for iron. I think he decided that exploring was too risky, so he's doing mining instead of exploring. Okay. Next we have Pikerize. Pikerize is pretty much just the opposite. He went directly to the mine shaft, and he spent the whole 20 minutes collecting resources as he explored the mine shaft, completely without any hesitation at all. He's just like, oh, let's go down this aisle, now let's go down this road, now let's go over here. Let's don't worry about any mobs, we'll just kill them on the way. Yeah, completely unafraid, that Pikerize. Next we have Swordfish. Swordfish is using shaders in his episode, so it's pretty cool to look at. He went directly to the mine shaft. He collected a lot of iron, a whole heck of a lot of iron, and then he decided to do some caving. I guess he figured caves were safer than mine shafts for exploring, so he came up to the surface and went over there to where that cave system is over there and started going through it. Okay, next we have Brandon Richmond, another new player, by the way. A lot of these people are first-time players. Brandon Richmond went directly to the mine shaft, collected resources, and did usual stuff. Nothing really to report from Brandon. Look, there's a horse standing on the edge there. Hope he doesn't fall on his day one, but can't wait to see what he does in day two. Next we have Mr. Lazy Miners. Mr. Lazy Miners went directly to the mine shaft without detour. After collecting resources, he did some fishing, and when he first got to the mine shaft, he was looking for a chest. He thought that there was going to be a chest at the coordinates that I gave. The coordinates I gave are just the center of these 4 columns. Okay. In the description, I didn't say there was a chest at those coordinates. I said there was important stuff at those coordinates. Apparently, he heard chest, so he spent some time looking around for a chest. Of course, he didn't find one. There are chests, but you're going to have to do a little exploration to find them. They're further into the mine. They're not really close here at the beginning. Okay, so next we have a single player. It's Smokey. It's Smokey picked up some mushrooms on the way to the got the mushrooms from the roofed forest. on the way to coming to the mine shaft, where collected resources and then made a fishing pole and did some fishing. And but he's trying to fish down there in the bottom where all that running water is spread out all over the place, and he's not catching anything because he's only fishing in running water, not source blocks of still water. So that doesn't work. So he's not catching anything, although he is trying. But I think he's going to have to come up to a source block in order to catch anything. Okay, next we have Furry Play Kira. Furry Play Kira went directly to the mine shaft. He did, after collecting some resources, he did a little bit of mining, but then he decided to switch over to mine shaft exploration and did some of that till the end of his episode. Next we have Redline 0442. Redline came to the mine shaft directly. He found the cave spider's spawner. Okay, he didn't get real close to it, but he found it. And then at the end of his episode, he put down one source block of water in a one by one block area, and started fishing in it. And he caught like 4 fish out of that one little block in a couple of minutes. It was amazing. Okay, next we have MC Cookie. MC Cookie went and picked up mushrooms before coming to the mine shaft, and then collected resources like everyone else did. Okay, next we have Mike Deadman. Mike Deadman, this is his single player world. He's also in a team elsewhere on this list somewhere. I think he's on the team with Technoscribe. Yes, he is. Okay. In his single player world, he came to the mine shaft. He collected resources and played it safe, pretty much. Okay. Next, we have the team of TNP Minecraft. This is a husband and wife team, and they are a lot of fun to watch. So check out TNP Minecraft. They picked up some mushrooms on the way, but they were attacked by a skeleton. The wife was attacked by a skeleton while trying to collect mushrooms at the roofed forest. So then they came to the mine shaft and are trying to establish a base here. You know, punching planks and, you know, collecting iron and stuff. Yeah, but you should check them out. They're really entertaining. Next we have the team of Velk and Kid. I forgot the kid's name, but a little kid too. Anyway, they went and got mushrooms before they came to the mine shaft, and they also encountered a skeleton at the roofed forest, but they ran away and came to the mine shaft and collected resources, and then during the night, Velk did some exploration of the mine shaft. So, exploring. Next we have the single player, Senior Eustace. Senior Eustace came to the mine shaft directly, collected planks and coal and stone and other stuff, cobble, and apparently he has so many planks that he decided to use some of them to make a staircase up the side of the ravine up to the surface. Made the staircase out of plank blocks, not half slabs, full plank blocks, an entire staircase going right up the side. I'm glad he's got so many resources that he can afford to do that. Personally, I'm being really careful not to use planks for anything that I don't absolutely have to. So, oh yeah, and I'm playing this too. I have my own single world out there that I'm doing. So, you know, you could look at my video too if you want. Okay, next we have Let's see, next page. Next we have Dad versus Minecraft, a team of Dad and Dom. I forget which what the Minecraft name is for Dom, but anyway, they went and picked up mushrooms on the way, and then they came to the mine shaft and did some collecting, did some exploring. They was digging around, and they stumbled onto the spider dungeon and opened the chest and found all the stuff in the chest. I was a little disappointed with the contents of the chest. It wasn't anything that that's absolutely amazing, but just normal spider dungeon stuff. No seeds, so that was a bummer. Okay, next we have the single player J-Seed. J-Seed came directly to the mine shaft, and he's collecting resources. He's got no food except for zombie flesh, but he seems to be coping fairly well, living off of zombie flesh. Next we have the OG Games single player world. OG is also in the suicide team, but in his single player world he stopped off to get mushrooms on the way. Oh, we should push that skeleton out into the sun. Yeah, stopped off to get mushrooms, then he came to the mine shaft, and then he built a staircase down out of dirt. Rather than coming down the waterfall, he collected dirt on the way here, and he used it to make a dirt staircase down the side of the ravine. So that was kind of cool, because he's got an easy way to go back up. Although, I think I would have made it out of stairs, because then you don't have to do all that hopping. But yeah, swimming up is going to take a lot of hunger. Hopping up all those steps is going to take a lot of hunger. I'm thinking of making a staircase out of stairs to go up and out of here. Okay. So next we have the suicide team, which last month there were 3 members, but this month there's only 2 because Soma has got schedule conflicts or something. So anyway, it's just OG Games and New Azusa. New Azusa and OG Games stopped off and picked up mushrooms on the way here. Then they came to the mine shaft and collected resources. They're playing it kind of cautiously because they don't want to die, and they're not taking chances. Next we have Doomful Silence. This used to be Doom Pickles, but he's got a new channel called Doomful Silence. So look for his new channel. And he came directly to the mine shaft. He also made steps coming down the side out of dirt to get down. Once he collected some resources, he decided to go caving, because I guess caving is more fun. And he did some farming. He took his bone meal and bone mealed some wheat until he got 1 loaf of bread. Ate it, and now he's back out of food again. But he still got his farm, so maybe that'll do good. And next we have another new player. We have about a dozen new players this time. I'm really excited about all the new players. This is Overraptor. Overraptor stopped off and picked up mushrooms on the way. Okay. Then he came to the mine shaft, collected resources, and made himself a farm. So he's got a good solid start. Can't wait to see what he does in day 2. Next we have Andrew Lesmereses. Andrew Lesmereses started up his world today, Tuesday, and in 1.8. So he's got this very mine shaft rather than the one that the rest of us have. Okay, pretty similar. I don't, I'm sure it'll still work for the challenge. Okay, but his world is generated 1.8, so it is slightly different. He came to the mine shaft, and I was really gratified to find out that in 1.8 there's still a mine shaft at these coordinates. That was cool. He collected resources and then did a little bit of exploring at the end of his episode. Very little. He doesn't want to get too far. He's playing it really cautiously. He doesn't want to die. This is his first MHC, and he's doesn't want to die on day 1 or day 2. Okay, so next we have B-Mel. If you remember, B-Mel was in the very first MHC about 18 months ago, and then we haven't seen her since, but she decided to come back, and she decided to come back and play this one, the Lorax Challenge. There's a horse up there that's about ready to fall off. What? Okay. So B-Mel, or Mel, came to the mine shaft directly. When she got here, she bumped the sheep off the edge and then apologized for bumping the sheep off the edge. Yes, we all know that it wasn't your fault. These things happen. Sheep get in the way, and you can't always protect them. And also, while she was down here, another sheep jumped off, or slipped on the edge or something, and plop, committed suicide right in front of us. So that was a bummer. She collected resources, went back up on the surface for a while at the end of her episode because she wanted to get some zombie meat. She found a zombie, and the sun came up and the zombie caught on fire, and the zombie ran over to her and hit her and caught her on fire, and she ran around for a little while, and then the fire went out, but she lost half of her hearts, and then she was running around, and she fell back into the ravine, but she didn't hit the bottom. She got caught in a web just before the bottom, but there was a creeper right close by, and he was heading toward her, but then she got out of the web in time, and she jumped down, and at the end of her episode, she's running from a creeper down on the very bottom here, into a corner where the water is pushing her and the creeper together into this corner. So no armor, being chased by a creeper into a corner. Half her heart's already gone. I'm really hoping that she can figure some way of surviving this little encounter, so that we can see the rest of her series. Because her first series, the very first MHC that we did, was really good. And I'd like to see her play again, and I'm really glad she's back. But I just hope that she can survive the first 2 minutes of day 2. Next we have New Azusa. This is New Azusa's single-player world. He's also in a Team Suicide. Okay. But the New Azusa single-player world, he came directly to the mine shaft, started collecting resources. Got about 10 minutes in, it was almost time for night to fall, and his mom called him and said, "Hey, Nua, you need to come, blah, 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 blah." So he had to log off, and we'll see the second half of his episode later on. But I couldn't wait for it. I had to make this video update for everyone that's watching. But I'm sure the second half is coming eventually. And also another new player, Turtle Master 01. Turtle Master has not posted his first episode yet as of the moment of this recording, but he says he's editing it and it should be up shortly. So probably by the time you see this, his episode will be up also. So check him out, and I will see you all in day 2. This is Mike Deering signing out.